Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome to part 2 of our Manchester United Return to Glory career mode here on FIFA 20. So if you've not seen part 1, I would suggest you do watch it because it does explain a lot of what we're doing, and it does explain the fact that we are going to be simming all of our games just to get through these seasons a lot quicker and to sort of focus more on the manager side of the career mode rather than just playing games, because I feel like no one ever looks at the manager side, because if you play the game you can, if you're good enough, you can play your way out of any problem that manager-wise you've done. So I really want to go manager side this time, and we're doing really well, as you can see. Top of the table. That's not the right button. Top of the table by 8 points at this point in time, which is fantastic, going into the difficult, tricky winter period. Right. So our next game is going to be against Arsenal, and that is in the league. Then we've got, is that Exeter? I don't think that is Exeter, is it? We're going to start things off, though. We've got some important things to do in January. Now, so what, first of all, let's have a look at our youth squad and that sort of stuff. Right, Barry Campbell, 73 to 93. Oh, Joseph McMahon, 85 to 91. I feel like I might promote you up to the squad now, you know, actually. So basically, anybody who has got an 85 to 90 potential, I'm happy with. Anyone who's got lower than a 90 potential, I'm not going to bother with. So these all just about make it. 86 to 94 as well. Jay Price, left back. That's actually... Let's take Jay Price. And let's also take Joseph McMahon for now. So we know those two are fantastic young players. Right. There we go. Solskjaer has won the Manager of the Month award for December. That's actually really good. I'm happy about that, considering we haven't played any of these games. Right, John Scott, 73 to 94. Yes, please. Malcolm McNeil is a no. Rory McDonald will continue scouting you. Alistair Young, you're terrible. And Rob Taylor, you're just as bad, my man. Right. Next up, then, we have got the English Scout, 71 to 91. Continue scouting, please. 78 to 94. Connor Collins. Yep, we'll get you in, my man. Harrison Wright is a no. Brandon Wright, we're going to keep an eye on. Ethan Hall is a no. Billy Watson is a no. Toby Hill is a no. And these will take Oscar Mitchell. And the rest can continue to be scouted, I think. And the last one is Ireland, which we haven't done too well with Ireland so far. Not really got many good players out of this. And 69 to 94. I don't think he's going to be that good because his current ability is only 33 to 45. So continue scouting him. 80 to 94. Brendan McNamee will have you straight away. That's the first sort of big, great one we've found in the academy, especially in Ireland. Transfer windows open. Right, so the big thing we need to do straight away in this window is we need to go to our squad hub and sort out the contract situation, which I did not notice until the end of the last video. Yeah. So De Gea, only 6 months left in his contract. Let's offer a new contract and hopefully keep him locked in. He is happy at this point in time, playing a lot of games. Top of the table. He can't be too disappointed. He wants to be crucial, which we will accept. If he tells me what he wants the whole way, I'd be more than happy. I want to keep you here for another 5 years. He wants to be here for 3 years. Okay, we'll accept that. We'll accept that. I mean, you're 29 now, actually, so you've not got a long career ahead of you. So 3 years makes you 32. By then, we might be looking at something else. You want a pay reduction, but £7.1 million for 25 clean sheets. Wow. I mean, you're lucky we're super rich. Right, that's him sorted. Mason Greenwood. Okay. Good young player we want to keep a hold of in this squad. So 72 he is now. So you're going to be in rotation because you are playing the cup games. So you're happy. 5-year deal, please. And you're happy with that as well. You don't want a release fee, which I am very happy with myself. And you want 21k. That's a big jump for you, but you are worth it, I think. You scored quite a few goals this season. Tahith Chong. There's my man. Let's get you locked in for your career as well. We're in the office now. Look at that bar. It's amazing, isn't it? I love that hairdo. 5-year deal, please. We'll get you locked in. You happy? No release fee. You're happy. You want 30k. Okay. We'll let you have it. We'll lock you in for 5 years. That's the least we can do. And Barlow, I mean, I could just release you, to be honest, but I'm going to add you to the transfer list and get you sold off this window. Right, so there we go. Pogba is injured, so he's going to miss this game against Arsenal. So to replace him, we're going to play Rice, I think. And then McTominay is going to come onto the bench. So these are the 3 new players who just signed up. They've all got really good potentials, but their currents are not great, so we're going to have to work on those. Ghana will be leaving as well, so I'd like to have this bit down here set up a bit better, don't I? Okay, so I'm happy enough with that. Wan-Bissaka can come back in place of Diego Dalot, and apart from that, I think that is our strongest team. Nice to see Rashford up to an 85 now, Fernandes up to an 87, Rice up to a 79, Lindelof is also up to an 83, Sancho's up to an 86, he came to us an 84, and he's got up 2 stat points this season already, so he is definitely progressing very quickly, and he could be one of the main reasons why we might just win this Premiership season. Right, we're 8 points to the top of the table, big game here against Arsenal. Come on, get the win, get the win, get the win. 0-0 draw, okay. It's not terrible, I'll take it. It's not a loss. So I'm just drinking my beer at the same time. Proper official football manager here, drinking beer at the same time as he's playing. Right, so... transfer off for Dalot. See, I'm interested because he's not that great. We're not playing him that often. Wow, okay, Maguire and Lindelof both. But the good thing about that is the FA Cup game's coming up and neither of them are going to be playing either. Yeah, I mean, there might be better players that we could use, to be honest. I've not been looking at these at all. I should be, really, shouldn't I? Is it Exeter? Or is that Cheltenham? No, it is Exeter. I got it right the first time. Should never doubt myself, should I? So let's get this game done. Oh, we can't. Apparently, that's because I think Pogba's on the bench, I think. Is Pogba on the bench for this one? Pogba's on the bench and Lindelof's on the bench and he's suspended. So, Foden and... I mean, we could use one of these players. Could be really one of the new ones, but we're not going to. Let's put Declan Rice on the bench. We want a strong bench in this one, don't we? Yeah, because Rice can play centre-back as well. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. This should be a win for us. I mean, we're still in all the cup competitions at the moment, so we've got a pretty easy draw in this one finally. I mean, the Carabao Cup, we had Chelsea in one round, then we had Arsenal in the next. It's been pretty difficult for us, isn't it, really? So this should hopefully be an easy win. He keeps saying 4-0. There we go. So 2 for Dan James, 1 for Fernandes, and 1 from Rashford from the bench as well. Okay, that's good. We remain in the FA Cup. Let's continue doing this. Oh, it's the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup now. Oh, God, we're really... because we're doing so well in the competitions, we're really picking up a lot of fixtures, aren't we? Which is not ideal. Greenwood gets himself up to a 73, which is lovely. I mean, I might have to start trading some different areas on him, don't get me wrong, but I'm really happy with how that's going now. So, Bournemouth. How do we want to play this Bournemouth game? Because we've got the weekend. We've got... Is that Norwich? That's not too bad, actually, then, is it? So, a loan offer for Twanzarbi. I think I might accept that, you know. I'm going to accept that loan offer for Twanzarbi. And there's a bid for Diego Dalot of 13 million. He's got a potential of about 74, I think. I think I might keep him for now. I think moving forward, I think there are better players that we probably will utilise. But for now... I think we'll keep Dalot. Let's play our default squad for the first leg. If we get a nice win, we might be able to play our other squad for the second leg, or at least rest a few players for the second leg. It's a 3-1 victory. Nice. Rashford, Shaw, and Maguire with the goals. I'm happy with that. So transfer-wise, I don't think there's anyone we need to necessarily buy in this window. I think our team is pretty strong. I'm just thinking, is there anything... I mean, the only thing I'm thinking is we could actually sell Dalot and then we could bring in a better right back. But we've got Wan-Bissaka's got an 88 potential, so I don't want to really rock the boat too much with him. It's a 3-1 victory. Shaw, Sancho and Rashford with the goals. Since about Rashford up front, he is scoring so many goals. He's getting like 1 a game consistently, which is fantastic. I love the fact that we're going through this so quick now that the player development's just going crazy, isn't it? I mean, Chong's up by 6 points. Greenwood's up by close to that as well. Chong's up by 7 points now. Just getting better and better, aren't they? I mean, Greenwood, Gomez and Chong are going to be very strong members of the squad for us next season. Oh, I went the wrong button there, didn't I? Yeah, they're going to be much more stronger. I'm worried now that we're going to have too many players. Although we've got Champions League back next season, so we can't rest all of our great players in the Europa League anymore, can we? Because the Champions League is going to be a lot more difficult for us. Transfer offer for Ghana we will accept because we keep doing that and he keeps rejecting everyone. We got some money for winning the FA Cup and he's gone out. Diego Dallo has had his offer. His author retracted. Just trying to think if there's anyone else that's like really good on this game. There's that right midfielder, that Dalla Rosa or someone. But I'm not quite sure he's what we need in this team at this point in time. So strongest team. I mean, is Pogba due back now? Can we bring Pogba back in? No, he's still not 100% fit yet. We can bring Foden back onto the bench though in place of Gomez. This is going to be a tricky game, this, especially without Pogba. Konate is an 81 rated now. I wonder if we might be able to, I want to say sell Maguire as such, but I mean, he hasn't got much more than what he's given us now. I believe 83 is roughly where his level is. I mean, if an offer came in for Maguire, I think I would consider accepting it. And then we've got Konate and Upamecano can fight for that position. I don't know. Come on. This is a big game. This is a huge game away at Liverpool. Ah, it's a 2-1 loss. Sancho gets another goal, but it's a 2-1 loss. That is not ideal. I mean, we did have a nice gap at the top of the table anyway. That's now down. Oh, it's still 6 points. Because Newcastle lost. Okay, that's not the worst thing that could have happened then. We've at least held back a bit. A loan offer for Dallo. No, because we do need him. If he's going, we're going to have to sell him and get somebody else in replacement, I think. Are these in order? They're not, are they? Oh, is this this is an American date form, isn't it? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? So is that the 7th for the 2nd? No, it's not. It's not, is it? It's in English date form, so... Look, Tomine, you are getting opportunities. Not as many as you probably would like, though, to be honest. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that, don't I? So we've got Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup as well. So let's go with our strongest team again in this game against Burnley. I mean, we need to just fixate ourselves to that position. Losing Pogba has definitely hit us, but it's a good victory, 3-0. 2 goals again for Sancho. He must be getting close to the top of the goal-scoring charts now in the Premiership. He's scoring so many goals, as is Rashford as well. Those two are an absolute dream team either side, aren't they? Talking of dream teams, let's get these guys boosted up again. I'm making Gomez like an incredible attacking midfielder, hopefully. I mean, sitting behind the strikers, he's going to be awesome. I mean, once those guys get to around about 75, I'm not going to train them anymore. Because I always worry that we're overtraining them. An offer for Scott McTominay. Oh my god, I really want to keep Scott McTominay, but... I mean, we've got better players in that position, so I feel like it might be worth letting him go, you know? I feel really bad doing it, but I think it's the best thing for him. I'm a big Scott McTominay fan, but we're just not utilising him enough to warrant keeping him at this point in time, I don't think. Cheers for the football. I'm sorry, Scott, but it's just I think it's the best thing for your career, mate, to be honest. Is for you to leave because we've just got better players at this point in time. Offer for Greenwood? No. That's not happening at all. That is nowhere near happening. They're getting better and better now. They're actually nearly better than Daniel James, who in real life has been fantastic for us so far this season. Let's see how we get on this game against Sheffield Wednesday. Hopefully it should be another win. Nice. 3-0. Goals for Greenwood and for Gomez. And a goal for Fernandes as well. He scores a lot as well, Fernandes, from the bench, doesn't he? He's pretty damn good. Right, so where are we? I keep skipping through it too far, don't I? Yeah, I think with McTominay leaving, that's probably the best thing for him. Greenwood hit 74. So Greenwood now is officially our second striker. He's good enough now to do so. Which is good, because I was a bit worried about not having a striker. I was looking at Erling Haaland, but we don't obviously need him now because Greenwood is so high. We're not on track. Invest in youth development. That's just too difficult to do, to be honest. Giving them 20 games is stupid. Right, so Bournemouth. Let's go for our stronger side, I think, for this one. They're a bit up and down time at the moment, Bournemouth. Hopefully we can put the nail in the coffin and get ourselves into the Carabao Cup final. It is. It's 5-1 on aggregate. De Gea picked up a mild injury, though. That's not great. Maguire and Tonali with the goals. So we're into the Carabao Cup final. We are on for some silverware in our first season, which is amazing. I'm so happy with that. I wasn't expecting that at all first. I was worried first season that I was going to get sacked. I was really, really worried. But we've invested well. We brought some good players. I mean, Sancho and Fernandes were fantastic transfers for us. McTominay's gone. I feel really bad about that. I really do, but I just don't think he was in the right place for him here. We weren't going to give him enough game time. I mean, Tonali's got 79 potential. Rice has got 78. So he just wasn't going to get enough football, I don't think. And I'm on the same sort of thing with Dalot. I mean, if these young right-backs from the academy look fantastic, then Dalot will probably be out the door, and then we'll bring one of those in instead, to be honest. I mean, obviously part of this career mode is utilising the youth academy. That's what Man United do in real life. So that's what we want to do. Of course, we brought 3 or 4 good players through already from the academy, and we'll probably bring some more in the summer. But we just want the creme de la creme. We want players that are going to be 85 to 90, don't we, really? Well, 85 plus is what we want to bring through from the academy. No one lower than that, really. Ideally 90 plus, to be honest, but you can't always guarantee that, can you? There we go. Let's get that done. Right. So Youth Academy reports. 77 to 91, 86 to 94, Brendan McNamee. There we go. That's one that's a guarantee. Toby Richardson, sorry mate, you've dropped under the 90 mark. Barry McKenzie, 78 to 92. Jay Ward, 77 to 91. Oscar Mitchell, you've dropped under the mark, mate. Lewis Gray, 83 to 89. And you've dropped under the mark, but you're still pretty good, aren't you? I'm going to keep a hold of you for now. Ian Drummond, again. I mean, right-backs and goalkeepers are tricky ones, aren't they? I'm going to keep you because you're a right-back. That's the only reason why. And we don't often see a lot of right-backs. Ed Evans, you've dropped underneath. Okay. Yeah, I keep saying there's these rules fixed in, then I break them myself straight away, don't I? Roy McDonald's, Dave Walker, Owen Young, Ben Ross, Lucas Morrison, Logan Reed. You're very good. All the way down the right. And then we've got Brennan. You're crap. Luke Fanning's pretty decent, actually. Mark McGee is pretty decent. Patrick O'Carroll's pretty decent. Dare Cunningham, wow. Blast from the past from our Youth Academy one last season. And we're signing him up as well as a potential goalkeeper. We have actually run out of spaces in our Youth Academy now. It's too full. So we just want to check out you as well. 75 to 93. Yeah, you've got a good one there, haven't you? So you're a no. You're a... That's Owen Wilson. Oh. It's a shame sometimes when you get a good name that you can't take him on, isn't it, really? I think Charlie Mason's someone I do want to take on, but I've not got the space in the academy at the moment. Yeah, I've got to take on a 75 to 93, haven't I? So someone's getting the boot here, or someone's getting taken up. So you're really good. I mean, who's going to get the boot or taken up? Okay, I'm going to take Drummond up, because he is a right back. And we're going to put Charlie Mason in the academy. There we go. And the other two can be scouted further. Loan offer for Chong. Well, do you know what? It's a year, though, isn't it? They're not fixed this. They've still not fixed this. It should be till the end of the season. Now, I'm not. If it was to the end of the season, I probably would have accepted. Because it's for the whole year, I'm not happy with that. Right, it's Gomez now up to a 73. Yeah, so as soon as Greenwood hits 75, we'll stop training him. And we'll let it happen naturally. Oh, Konate wants to play more. Loan offer for Dallo. Again, it's not the right window for me to do that. So Konate wants to play. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put you in for a few games ahead of Maguire anyway, because Lindelof's already an 83. Let's put you in place of Maguire for a couple of games, because Maguire's not going to progress much higher than what he already is. I mean, he was a fantastic signing for us in real life, don't get me wrong, but on this game, it's not really the best one we've had. Right, game against Chelsea. Ooh, what have we got here then? Fix the problem myself. We have an injury, do we? Oh, De Gea's actually injured. Oh, that's not good, is it, at all? Let's bring Romero onto the bench then, and then... Gomez? Yeah, that seems pretty good bench-wise. Yeah, that's decent. I'm happy with that. So everyone's happy as well in the team, which is good to see. We just want to get these points, and I mean, we're only 3 points at the top, but this is our game in hand. But it's a big game away at Chelsea. We've really struggled against the big teams so far this season, and we finally get a good win. 1 for Sancho, 2 for Rashford. Looking really good now, Rashford, in these goals scoring. Back to 6 points at the top. So Dwight Gale's actually the top goal scorer. Rashford's got 15. Sancho's got 12, Marshall's got 11, so I tell you what, we were just getting goals from all that front three, which is fantastic. I might actually make them a bit more aggressive. That's not a bad idea, actually. I could do that. I might do that next season, maybe. Just push them a little bit further. Can I do that now, actually? Who's unavailable now? Lindelof suspended. So let's bring on Maguire. And then Upamecano can play. Can adjust position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, let's put you at left wing instead. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. That should make them a little bit more aggressive now. I mean, they're getting lots of goals anyway, don't get me wrong, but I just like that idea of having those two players a bit more aggressive. I think Martial should get a lot more goals now. We're going to test it out in this first game then against Wolves. We've got no De Gea and no Pogba still. And we still get a 3-1 win. Goals from Martial and 2 from Fernandes. Both penalties by the looks of it. He's doing this pretty well penalty-wise. We've got Frankfurt in the Europa League. So it looks like now we're going to have to play our strongest team in the Europa League. So it's going to be a bit more switching players in and out now rather than just switching between the two squads. What we got then? Dallo, okay, suspension over, so Lindelof is back in. So let's strengthen our team back up. Is Pogba available now then? I didn't even check earlier. He's not 100%, but he's close to being ready. He's close to being ready. We've got a few more days till the game's on, so we can check, can't we? And hopefully De Gea might be close as well, because we're missing our 2 highest rated players, which is, considering we're still doing so well, is quite astounding, really. So there we go. They go up a little bit more, getting closer and closer to that 75 mark. Right, so Frankfurt. I mean, we could win like a massive treble or something here. This would be huge. And Pogba and De Gea are still not 100%. I'm not going to risk them. There's no need to at this point in time. Because Frankfurt should still be an easy game for us to win, to be honest, with the team that we have. And it is a 3-0 victory, 2 goals for Rashford and another one for Sancho. Mate, our front three is just incredible, isn't it? It is so, so good. As we barrel now... Oh, we're straight into the second leg. And then we have Newcastle in the FA Cup, which is not ideal, but can change a few things around. And we are still on for a treble here, aren't we? We won the first leg 3-0, so just another 3-0 win will do nicely. Greenwood with a goal from the bench. One for Sancho, one for Martial. Excellent. This is actually going so much better than I ever anticipated it would do. And I don't know why it's doing well. I really thought this was going to be a trickier one than I anticipated, but it is actually going really well. Chong hits him up to a 73. And Newcastle game's quite soon, isn't it? It's the final of the Carabao Cup. Okay. I was going to mix and match the team a little bit, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go for our strongest team. Can we win our first piece of silverware of the career mode? Oh my god, can we? 5-1 in the final. Goals for Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Tonali, Fernandes and Rashford wins us our first piece of silverware. And emphatically, shall we say. I mean, we could win the treble, you know. We could win everything. We're on for all the competitions still. We've not been knocked out of anything. Which is not ideal, because we're pretty knackered at all times. But there we go. So Greenwood is now a 75 officially. Therefore, I'm going to stop training him now. I am so... And it's the beginning of the new month as well. So let's have a look. We need to clear our academy out a bit, really. So Konate is happy for being put back into the squad. Got some money. Scout reports. Patrick O'Carroll, 75 to 94. Barry Campbell, I'm sorry you've dropped under the limit. Luke Fanning, 79 to 94. 83 to 94. 71 to 89, you're out. 75 to 94. 78 to 86, you're out. I'm sorry, Gray. I mean, we just got better goalkeepers around, haven't we? You're all still in the 90s. We're all still in the 90s. That's good. Okay. Okay, I'm happy. Did we get Manager of the Month again? We did. Excellent. Right. Anything good here? Well, yeah, you're pretty good, aren't you, Reece Anderson? You're not very good. You're not very good. You... I feel like we're going to have to scout a little bit more. So I don't really want to throw people into the academy too soon. Taylor Phillips, we've got to take you, haven't we, really? Mason Davis is a no. Morgan Alexander's a no. Oh, Callum Wilson. Jordan Hill, yeah, 79 to 94. Got to take you. I feel like these three I might just scout a little bit further. Oh, I think I deleted the wrong one, you know. We'll continue scouting these to a little bit further, I think. And then into Ireland, where we never get good players. Cathal Cassidy's not very good. Barry Staunton's not very good. Pierce Quinn's not very good. Mark Boyce is not very good. Owen Callahan is terrible. And Casey McGee's not too bad, but we're going to have to scout you further, I think. Alright, that's that done. Player chats. I'm proud of you. Well done. I don't know why I'm proud of him for, because I was the one who put him in the team. Just because he was moaning. He's going to play more as we move forward anyway, isn't he? Because he's a good player for us. Nottingham Forest, is this a team that we can risk playing our second team against? Our cup side? I feel it is. Yeah, because we've got... If it wasn't for the Man City game on Sunday, I wouldn't have done. But because of that Man City game... I mean, that's not a bad team, is it? By any stretch of the imagination. It's a pretty strong team still. So let's go for that game. Oh, fix the problem myself. Who we got a problem with now? De Gea on the bench. Why is De Gea on the bench? He shouldn't be. So let's put Lindelof on the bench. Pogba's back now. That's good. Pogba is back. So he'll play against Man City. Again, another important game, that Man City game. Because we're currently 6 points at the top of the table. We need to just keep that gap as long as we possibly can. Oh, 2-1 win. Gomez and Greenwood with the goals. We go through to the 6th round of the FA Cup as well. We are on one. I've never done this well, especially Simming. Look at these 2 games in 3 days. That's really harsh, that is. Right, so we've got a low battery, which is always useful. Let's go with Tonali out then. You've had a good run though, Tonali. I'll give you that. up to a 78 as well. We're going to bring you on in place of Gomez on the bench because we need a central defensive midfielder as well. So Foden's up to a 78 as well. That's good. Because he was 76 when we purchased him, so he's doing well. So everyone's progressing quite nicely, really. Wan-Bissaka's up to an 82, so that means he's gone up 3 points since we signed him. He was when we started the game, he was a 79. So 82 is a massive jump for him. Come on, get the win. Oh, yes, a 1-0 win over City. Oh, Fernandes with the goal. That is stunning. We've got with 6 points at the top of the table still with 2 games in hand. I traded Greenwood again. I wasn't supposed to. We've got 2 games in hand over Liverpool and we're still 6 points up. Mate, I think we've won the league here, you know. I really think we won the league. Although I'm going to have to change things up a little bit because we've got Ajax in the Europa League, haven't we? So, Greenwood, you're going to play in this game. And Hudson-Odoi, you're going to play in this game. Phil Foden, you're going to play. Tonali's going to come in. Gomez in place of Pogba. And then Upamecano in place of Konate. Just for this game, because we've got the Ajax game coming up in a couple of days' time. So we need to make sure our players are fit and healthy for that game. I don't want to risk anyone getting injured. So let's get this game against Sheffield United. Hopefully we've got a bit of leeway now, haven't we? Because we've got those extra couple of games in hand. But it should still be a strong enough team, and it is a 4-1 victory. Goals for Tonali, Gomez, Hudson-Odoi and Phil Foden. All the youngsters getting the goals. And we've got Liverpool straight after. Is that the FA Cup? Wow. This game has not given us a very good run of games, has it really? So De Gea is still not back. Who is it saying we can't use? Lindelof's injured now. Oh, great. What have I done that for? This has all gone wrong. So Sancho comes back in. We're gonna have to play Konate and Maguire. Lindelof comes off the bench, and we'll bring on Diego Dallo. Okay. So Rashford comes back in at striker. With Fernandes back in at CAM. Rice back in place of Tonali. Let's play Dallo in place of Wan-Bissaka, just to rest Wan-Bissaka a little bit. And then I think that's probably going to be enough for this game. And then we'll have to make a few more changes, I think, for the Liverpool game. But that's not bad. I mean, fitness-wise, we're not 100%, but that's what happens when you do well in competitions. You struggle to keep your players fit because there's so much stuff going on. So let's get into this first leg of the Europa League. How are we going to get on? Come on, give us a win. Oh, it's a 1-0. It's tight. It's really, really tight. Goal from Jadon Sancho. We're going to take the 1-0 back with us then. Wow, look at this run of games. Got Liverpool now in the FA Cup. Literally no time to rest, have we? Let's bring in Upamecano. Wan-Bissaka can come back in. I think that's... Yeah, I've got to do that for now, haven't I? De Gea is still injured. We want to go through in the FA Cup. I mean, we've already won the Carabao Cup. Can we win the FA Cup as well? That'd be insane if we did. Really, really insane. Oh, we beat them on penalties. We beat them on penalties. A Rashford 95th minute equaliser. Wow, that was a good game, that look. So Sancho scored in the 28th minute. Liverpool equalised in the 87th. Thought they'd won it in the 92nd. Then Rashford scored in the 95th and we won on penalties. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was big. Real big. Right, can we do some more training? Don't go to... Oh, it's on to the Spurs game. How are we looking fitness-wise now? Is De Gea still not 100%? So let's take off Rice. Let's bring in Konate in place of Maguire. And Hudson-Odoi in place of Martial. Don't want to change too much. Don't want to lose the balance. I mean, it was only a 1-0 win in the first leg against Ajax, so we're away from home. This could be tricky A draw will do it for us, though. Oh, we've got an unavailable player. Who's that? I didn't notice anyone unavailable. Oh, Luke Shaw's got a suspension. Okay, so Diego Dallo comes in at left back then. We're going to bring on Gomez on the bench. This is going to be good if we can get this pulled off. This will be a really good result for us. Come on. Oh, this is the Spurs game. I think it was Ajax. No, this is the Spurs game in the league. So again, we've still got a bit of leeway in the league, but we didn't really want to lose, but we have lost 2-1. Tonali got a goal at the end, and Konate picked up an injury. This is the problem with this part of the season now. We did really deplete our squad a lot, didn't we? And now we're starting to suffer for that. So yeah, we're going to start training other people now. So who do we sign? McMahon had a really good potential, didn't he? So let's get you working hard. And let's also get you working hard on... So left back as well. We want the left back to be good, don't we? Thomas or Drummond? Oh, they're both decent, weren't they? Or Price. Price was the good one, wasn't he? Price was the good one. Yeah, interceptions and tackles. Let's get you working on that. Simulate all. There we go. So Gomez getting close to that 74 mark. Oh, this is going to be tricky. We've got loads of news. Have I gone past the beginning of the month and missed all the stuff? No, it's just all suspensions and injuries, isn't it? Yeah, it was suspensions and injuries. Right. Unavailable player again. Who is it now? Is this the game? No, we've got 1 day. Okay. Let's grow that 1 day and see what our fitness is like. It is Konate who's injured. Lindelof is back. Shaw is back. However, I think Dallo's going to have to play in place of Wan-Bissaka anyway. And I'm going to play Declan Rice at centre-back alongside Lindelof because he can play there. And we're going to play Phil Foden and there. And then we're going to play Martial on the left. There we go. So that's the team for this game. Sancho could do with a rest, to be honest with you. But this is a big game, an important game. We do look like we've got a bit of rest after it. So, go on. Let's see if we can make our way through to the next round of the Europa League. We've got a 1-0 lead from the first leg. We just need a draw in the second. Oh, it's a 1-1 draw. We've done it. We've done it. We're through. Whew. So stressful. We are through. We get a nice rest now for a few days as well. So we're currently 6 points at the top of the table with a game in hand. We're in the Europa League still. We're in the FA Cup still. We won the Carabao Cup. We are really on to win everything this season, which would be insane. I don't know if we did win everything, whether I would make an interesting big signing in the summer, a marquee signing. The sort of thing Man United might look at doing. I don't know who that would be, though. What would we do? Where would we need to strengthen? That's the thing. It's like, I'd love to make this big marquee signing, but what would we buy? We don't need anything. We've got a strong team with a lot of players looking pretty good. Oh, so Green wants to play this game against Everton. Monthly youth squad reports. So you're pretty decent. Ooh, Brendan McNamee. You are a star in the waiting, aren't you? Irish centre mid. You're going to be very good. Decent. Oh, Jay Ward. I'm sorry, mate. We need more than 90s. John Scott. I'm not overly impressed with. Charlie Mason. I thought you were going to be good as well. Charles Murphy. You're just on the brink, as is John McCall. Taylor Phillips. You're a goner. You're a goner as well, mate. Jordan Hill. Another central midfielder. 86 to 94. Oh, Charles Murphy. I'm sorry, mate. I don't want to waste time on players that are not as good as some of the other ones I might get. You can go as well then. So that's pretty brutal, to be honest, the players we get rid of. But when you've got scouts this good, you can afford to be really picky. We've got Manager of the Month again. 75 to 94 straight away. In with Arthur McDonald. We'll get rid of you. Jack Clark's not good enough. 74 to 94 goalkeeper. Duncan Smith can go. Owen Mitchell can go. Owen Murray. Wow, you could be up to 75 now. You're not going to be because you never are, but you could be that good now. 77 to 94 Harrison Robinson. That's going to be a tongue twister, isn't it? Callum Wilson, 77 to 94. Yes, please. Aidan Collins, I'm going to say no. Taylor Bailey, no. Brendan Shaw, yes. 76 to 94. Bradley Cox, I'm going to keep you in here for now. Oh, I'm tempted with Mason Hughes as well. Is this the end? Oh, it is ended. No, I'm going to let you go. Because you might not be as good. 72 to 92. I'm going to see if there's any special ones first before we take someone who's not necessarily that great. Pierce Campbell, I wish he was good. So we do have the 72 to 92. Let's take him. He might still be good. So that is the end of those scouts now. So we need to get ourselves some new ones, don't we? Let's quickly have a look and see if that guy had a good current ability. He's never going to, is he? Problem is I don't remember what his name was. But we'll know if we've got a player who's got a good overall current. No, we don't have any, do we? You're 62 current ability. It might have been you, I don't know. But they never are that great, are they? I mean, you're 44 current ability. That's pretty damn bad, that is. So, yeah, a staff. Where do we want to send you? I feel like I want to continue. I feel you're going to go to Northern Ireland. Because we'll do a bit of that. And then I might just send you guys off just for a little bit. I mean, well, you're from Greece. So let's see if you can get some players from your home country of Greece, please. I'm going to give you 3 months in Greece. And you're from Germany, so if you can find me some good young players in Germany, that'd be interesting as well. Where is Germany? It's this big one here, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Alright, you look in Germany for me for 3 months as well. There we go. Okay, that's them all sent off doing what they want to do. So Greenwood wants to play this game. It's probably... See, Martial's picked up an injury now as well. Let's give Greenwood the game. Let's give Hudson-Odoi the game as well. Martial can come off. And we'll bring Chong on the bench. And then we'll bring Wan-Bissaka back in as well. Is De Gea back? He is back, De Gea. Great. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that at the moment. Our bench has got the right players on. Yep, I'm happy with all of that. Upamecano. Is Konate still injured? He is, yeah. So, I'm going to keep Rice in there, actually, for a couple of games. He seems to be doing pretty well. So we've got Everton today. I think the league might actually be in our hands now, to be honest with you. Where are we now? We are, again, we're 5 points up with 2 games in hand on Liverpool. And there's only... Yeah, wow, we're just... Yeah, we're doing really well. I mean, the fact we've got 5 games in hand is crazy when you think about it, because... 2 games in hand. Because we've been playing so many games recently. It's a 1-1 draw against Everton. That's not ideal, but it does put us back to 6 points at the top of the table. And then we've got Brighton. So it's like getting rid of our 2 games in hand really quickly. So that's the scouts on their way out. Okay. I can't help but think if we had Rashford up front, we would have won that game, but... You know, it is what it is. Let's bring Rashford back in. Anyone else who want to change? Nothing major. Let's bring Tonali back in place of Foden, I think. Tonali is a real creative soul. Might be able to do some good stuff. Is Martial back fit? We're gonna give Martial the game off anyway. It's Brighton, so it should be okay. See how we get on. 1-0 win. Paul Pogba with a goal. Nice. I'll take that all day long. All day freaking long. And now we got... Is this runs? Yeah, this is. That's not a bad game at all, you know, in the Europa League. Not a bad game at all. It could have been a lot worse. Is Martial back fit? No, he's not. Neither's Konate. Okay, so... I think that's the strongest team I can put out then, really. But I don't think we need the strongest team, to be honest. This should be a pretty easily winnable game. I think Ajax was the harder game. You watch us get hammered now. You watch. Nope. 2-0 win. Tonali and Sancho with the goals. Wan-Bissaka got a straight red card, though. That's going to be annoying for the second leg. But it means Diego Dallo is going to get a game, I suppose, isn't it? Right, let's get the training pushed on further. So Chong getting closer and closer at 75, as is Gomez. So the pair of them are going to be up that level pretty soon. In a new month, any new stat upgrades then? None that I could notice off the top of my head. I think Fernandez is up to an 87. He was 86, I think. Lindelof's up to an 83. James, 74. That's all I can see, really. Oh, Dallow's gone up one, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. Right, so here comes Bournemouth Ghana. Another transfer offer 4 will let you go out if you want to. Player suspended. Do the training again. There we go. Price has gone up 1, and McMahon has gone up a lot as well there. That's good for him. So I'll be able to see if I look on the squad hub what sort of level those two are going to be now, because they're both over 60, as long as the game's the same way as it used to be. If we go squad hub and go status and do from high to low. Right, so they don't tell you, do they? Nope. Exciting prospect, so that's 85 to 90. Exciting prospect, 85 to 90. Okay, so nothing amazing. Showing great potential, form bad. So that's 80 to 85. That's 85 plus, yep. Dan James, no, he's not showing a good potential. Greenwood, 85 plus, good. Hudson-Odoi, 90 plus, wow. Foden, 85 to 90. Sandro Tonali, 90 plus, it reckons. Exciting, that's good. Konate, 90 plus, it reckons as well. Wan-Bissaka, that's not bad, is it? It's not good. It's not showing anything there, is it? Neither's Lindelof. Martial, Rashford, both 90 plus. Has that special something? Ah, that's a bit weird. I've not seen that difference before. Special something, one of the world's best. So it looks like we're going to have a really damn good squad in the future. So it's just a case of keeping a hold of these players more than anything else and developing our youth around them. You know what? I reckon I can play... no, let's not risk it. Let's just stick with our main team. We're 6 points at the top with 2 games in hand. So we should be dominating this really now. It's looking that way. 4-0, nice. Fernandes, Rashford, and Luke Shaw. Right. Second leg of the Rennes game in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Oh, we got an injured player. No, it's Wan-Bissaka's suspended, isn't he? So we're going to bring on Diego Dallo for a game. Martial is back. Let's unleash him. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that team at the moment. I'm thinking I might have to let Dan James leave, you know. He's just not really progressing as well as I'd hoped he would do. He's still quite young. We'll give him another season or two. He might progress a bit quicker, but you never know. Okay, so Martial is back. Diego Dallo comes in to replace Wan-Bissaka. It's a 3-1 win. 2 goals for Martial on his return. That puts us through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. We could... Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this so well. Aston Villa come to town. Right, I think we can afford to be a bit more liberal now of our team pickings as well. So Martial, you've just come back and played a big game. Let's give you a rest. Let's also bring in Foden in place of Fernandes. Yeah, I think that's good. We don't want to go too mad. But at the same time, we want to give a few players an extra game or two and rest a few of the others. So we are 9 points at the top. I think if we win a couple more games out of our last 5, we've won the league. Ooh, a 2-1 loss against Aston Villa. That's not good. That is not good. That's not ideal at all, is it? Not ideal at all. Right, let's get these guys pushed up a little bit higher. McMahon goes up to a 64. I'm interested in getting Price up as soon as possible because we don't have a backup left back. At the moment I'm using Diego Dallo. So he's one I really want to push as much as I possibly can. So we've got this game against Watford now. Now that I know that Hudson-Odoi is showed as a 90 plus, we've got to start playing him more often, haven't we, really? Let's get him on the pitch. Let's actually play him at right mid, and then we will rest Sancho for the game and bring Anthony Martial back in. And then Declan Rice can play, and Fernandes can play. We'll keep Greenwood in. Give him another game. Give him another game. I might like build some different teams. Build like an attacking team, a defensive team, Just for when we have the bigger games, we can go a bit more defensive-wise. If we have the smaller games, we can go a bit more aggressive. There we go, Martial and Pogba with the goals. An injury for Declan Rice, though. Not ideal. But I feel like we must be pretty damn close. That's the FA Cup semi-finals now against West Brom. Right, that's Declan Rice out for the season. Just said at the side there he's got a metatarsal injury, so he is done for the season. So let's... Well, I'm going to bring on Tonali. Dan James can go on the bench. Like so, and then Sancho. Let's bring you back in. It's FA Cup semi-final. We need to make sure we win it because it's a chance to get a second bit of silverware this season. This is insane. I did not expect to be doing anywhere near this well first season. I thought it was going to take like... I was worried I wasn't going to finish top 4 this season. I thought I was going to get sacked. And in the end, it looks like we might actually go on and win a considerable amount of stuff this season. We could win the League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and the Europa League. And we're in the FA Cup final. Hat-trick for Martial and 1 for Pogba. It's just insanity. Absolute insanity, isn't it? So let's get this pushed forward. Come on, get those guys up to a 75. Chong is getting close. Yeah, I really want to push Price as much as I can, actually get him up. Bayer Leverkusen in the semi-final. That's a bit more... That's a bit more interesting, that is. Bit more tricky. Right, so Wan-Bissaka's going to come back in. Anyone else we want to play? No, I think I'm okay. Konate can come in and place Upamecano. So what, we're going to play Maguire in place of Konate, actually. Okay, I think I'm happy with that team for now. Okay, this is a bit more of a difficult game now. I mean, it's still a game that we should win. I think on paper we're the strongest team out of these two. But it's a bit more tricky. Semi-finals of the Europa League. Leg 1 at home against Leverkusen. 2-0 win. Get in. I mean, it is on the Europa League. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. The Champions League is going to be a big target. But that is a cracking thing to do there. Oh, we're into a new month. Here we go. So... Okay, you're still looking okay. You're still looking okay. Yes. Oh, Brendan McNamee. Oh, Brendan McNamee. Dare Cunningham's good. Casey McGee's looking decent. Brandon Shaw. You've dropped, mate. John Scott, I'm afraid. And Charles Murphy, you've also dropped, even though we've taken another left back up the same rating. But okay, Harrison. I'm sorry, John McCall, you've dropped as well. Reece Anderson, 76 to 94 as well. That's not bad. Yeah. There we go. Callum Wilson, 82 to 94 goal defender. And Jordan Hill, another great central midfielder. We've got 2 great young central midfielders, haven't we? Harry Maguire is going to be out for 8 days. Another Manager of the Month award. Right, we're in Germany now, aren't we? So let's have a look, see what we're going to get. You're okay. I'm going to scout all you further. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure on any of you. You can go. You can go. You can go. You can be scouted further. You can go. Okay, so you two are going to be scouted further. You I've got to take, haven't I? Skiotis. Got to take Skiotis. And finally, Northern Ireland, the only home nation we haven't done yet. Wow. John O'Byrne, 76 to 94. Yes, we'll have a bit of you, please. Keith Barr's a no. Kevin Hogan's a no. Barry McAvoy's a no. Barry Hennessy's a no. And Peter Hogan, we're going to continue to scout, please. Well, there's a lot of dodgy stuff here, isn't there? Another chat. What's that? Barlow, you're going, mate. Your contract expires in a couple of weeks. Why are you even bothering talking to me about wages? So I think the league's won now, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Cup team in this game. But I can't because Declan Rice is injured. So that is going to have Foden on the bench, or Foden on the pitch even. Pogba can go on the bench. We're going to play Hudson-Odoi in place of James as well. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. There we go. So we're going to play the cup game, the cup team in this game because we've more or less won the league anyway. So this should be pretty safe to do this. So that's the right team, isn't it? Yeah. And we just rest in our place that game against Bayer Leverkusen coming up in a few days' time. Come on, get a win. 1-0 Rashford off the bench to do it, though. But it means those other players have had a chance to show what they can do, and they're going to progress a bit more. And that Leverkusen game, we won 2-0 in the first leg, didn't we? I can't remember now. Don't know how I can't remember. I was so excited, I can't remember what it was. Good there for Price. Couple of good levels up. Chong's 75 now as well. Okay. So we're no longer going to be training Chong from this point onwards. So Leverkusen, right. Sancho's an 87 now. Ooh, what we got a problem with here then? Maguire's injured, isn't he, for 8 days? So Konate comes in. And then Upamecano onto the bench. I think I actually bring Dallo onto the bench as well, because he covers right back and left back, doesn't he? We've got a lot of wingers on the bench now, don't we? With Hudson-Odoi and Chong and James. So let's take James off and bring on Gomez. Just to try and balance the bench a bit better. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with this team. Let's sim this game. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hold on. Yes, we're through. We're through to the finals of the Europa League. We've won the Premiership, haven't we? Well, we're not guaranteed the win yet, but we're pretty close to. I might play the Cup squad again, just Oh, we're pretty fit though, aren't we? I'm going to play the Cup squad again against West Ham. Why not? Why the hell not? 3-0 win. Foden, Hudson-Odoi and Greenwood with the goals. I mean, even our second team is so strong now as well. Right, so we don't want to be training Chong anymore. I think I'm going to give Price double training because, like I said, I want to get that guy up as soon as possible so we've got a backup left back. So where are you, Price? There you are, my man. Let's give you a race against the clock as well then. And then also, who's the other one we brought up? So we've got McMahon already. No centre mids, was it? Centre backs, no. They're all backs, aren't they? So we've got left back and right back. Sam Thomas and Ian Drummond. Drummond, you had an 80 to 88 potential, I think, and Thomas. Let's do Thomas because we want to get him. If we get him above a 60, we can find out what his potential is going to be. Why am I training you in attacking or striking? That's stupid. No, so we want to train Thomas. We want to train him in a defensive one. So probably this. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Boom. There you go. So Price's defensive ability is going up quite nicely, which is good. We've got Southampton coming up. The league is done and dusted, isn't it now? We are 11 points up with 3 games left. So yeah, we're done, aren't we? So we can play our strongest team once again. Or can we? I mean, Konate's not 100%, but then again, neither's Upamecano. It's defensive-wise we're struggling. Let's bring Diogo Dallo in. And then let's bring Phil Foden in place of Tonali. Tonali's up to a 79 now, which is nice. Like I say, according to this game, he has got a potential of over 90 at this point in time, which is very, very nice. I'll take that all day long. A sort of Andrea Pirlo player just sitting back and spreading the ball around nicely. 4-1 win. There we go. Martial, Fernandez and Rashford with the goals. And Diogo Dallo as well, sorry. I forgot about Dallo. Getting himself on the score sheet. Yeah, so I really want to get some good left backs and right backs in just to cover off Shaw. I mean, Wan-Bissaka's going to be the main right back anyway. So it's just a case of having another left back just in case we want to change things up a bit. There we go. Final game of the season. We've won the league. We've won the Premiership. We've won the Carabao Cup. We're in the FA Cup final and the Europa League final. We surely can't win the quad first season. Surely. Pogba and Fernandez with the goals. If it's this easy, why is Man United struggling in real life? Why they're struggling in real life is this easy. So we go Price and McMahon both going up. McMahon's up to a 65. Price up to a 63. Excelente. So the final of the FA Cup's against Norwich. Surely that's domestic treble sorted then. Norwich are not going to be much trouble for us, surely. You wouldn't have thought Norwich would be a problem for us. Luke Fanning wants out. Okay. Let's go and see how good Luke Fanning is then. See if he's good enough to bring up. Where are you? There you are. 80 to 90. I'm going to take you up because it'd be nice to have a young centre-back. Don't know if you're going to be good enough. We're going to have to really train you hard because you're only a 44. So you're going to have to be trained really hard. Alright then. FA Cup final. Can we make it a domestic treble? Can we make it a domestic treble? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Boom. Domestic treble done. Ticked off. Wow. How have we done this? How? This has stunned me how easy this has been at this point in time. I mean, I messed around with this on the old FIFA and I got hammered over and over again. I did not do very well, and this time we are really acing this at this point in time. And now we get Red Bull Leipzig in the final of the Europa League. Boom. No, nothing to change, I don't think. I bring Wan-Bissaka back in. Wan-Bissaka. Let's play Tonali and Maguire. Just because Maguire's our highest rated centre-back, I want the best team on the pitch. And that's probably why we're doing so well, because the team's immense. I mean, Sancho is up to an 87 now. We brought him as an 84. He's insane. Everyone's insane. Come on. This is going to be a really tricky game, to be honest with you. A really tricky game, but can we win the Europa League? Yes. Oh my god, we've won everything. We have actually won everything. The Premiership, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Europa League. How? Just how? I do not know. I really don't. But look at that. Man City hasn't even qualified for the Champions League. They've been awful. I don't quite understand what's happened with them, but there we go. That is fantastic for us. Really, really good. So we're just going to scroll through these next few days and we're just going to get all the stuff that we need to do, youth academy wise and that sort of stuff moving forward. And then we'll finish things off here because we're at the end of the season now. We've won everything. I need to have a think about what we're going to do this season. I mean, do we need to improve? Oh, Gomez is 75 now as well. Do we need to build our squad up at all? Because we've really just hammered everyone. I mean, depth-wise, we struggled here and there, but we do have a very, very good youth academy now. With some really good players, as you can see. Dare Cunningham is gone. Wow, Brendan McNamee. Yeah, we've got some really, really good young players, and I think we can probably just leave it for a couple of years and get these guys to progress into the main squad, I reckon. Because this is insane. I'm shocked by how well we've done, to be honest with you. I weren't expecting this whatsoever. I mean, I thought we'd maybe win the Carabao Cup or something like that because I'd go all out to do that, but apart from that, I was not expecting to win the Premiership first season, let alone to win everything. That is insane. That is really, really insane. I'm just really shocked by that. I will take you up straight away, although I can't pronounce your name, which is going to annoy me. If you're a good centre-back, that'd be fantastic. We'll scout you further, The problem with picking Greece is I'm going to struggle to pronounce all these names if they actually get through to the main team. And then finally, Northern Ireland. We did find a really good player in Northern Ireland last month, didn't we? And there's another one here, Peter Hogan, 75 to 94. We'll continue scouting. Wow, Craig McNeil, 79 to 94. Could be 71 now. You're not going to be because you never are. Ian Hennessy, you're gone. And James Deary, you are gone. Deary me. Right, let's get them scouted. And let's push on then another month and see if we can get some more youth players in. I like this end bit of the season because you can really do a lot of training as well and get some of these players up really quick. So let's take Gomez out because... No, that's the wrong player, isn't it? You're now 75, and I don't like trading them too high because you end up focusing all their stats in certain stats when you want to You want to try and mix and match them a little bit, don't you, really? Let's get you... Why are you even doing attacking? Right, defense. Let's get Fanning powered up on defense as soon as possible. Price then up to a 64 now. You want to try and get him up to a 70-ish, then we can probably use him here and there in the left-back position. Back up for Luke Shaw. We won the league by 16 points. 16 points! That's insane. Oh, I just got that in time. 16 points! So Thomas and McMahon both got a point now as well. So we can see Thomas how good he is now because he's a 60. We'll do that next season. We'll have a look through the squad hub and see what sort of potentials people have got. If they've not got good enough, we'll bin them. So players leaving international duty. Declan Rice is coming back from injury. That one player, Barlow's, leaving at the end of the season. His contract's expired. My TV's about to turn off and I don't know the remote control is. Let's do another bit of training. There we go. Oh, it's frozen. I'll tell you what, I've not saved the game at all this entire first season. I hope it's not broken down. I hope it's not crashed. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't you freaking do this to me. Come on, load. Load. It did do this a few times last year. It always does load normally. There we go. That screen changed. It's a good sign. I think it's just loading the end of the season stuff. It normally takes a bit of time. There we go. End of season. Right, so we're going to end our season right there as well then. So what a first season. I was not expecting this dominance at all, to be honest with you. Next video we'll come back. We'll start season number 2. I'm going to have to think off camera to see if there's anything we want to do. Winning all those competitions and getting ourselves into the Champions League again makes me wonder whether there is an idea that we should invest heavily. But at the same time, do we really need to? I mean, the team we've got has won everything. I mean, the Champions League is a whole different kettle of fish, isn't it, really? And it's not going to be as easy to win that, but I think our team has great potential. It is going to move forward. I think we need to probably start focusing now a bit more on the youth academy. Maybe I'll have a look around and see if there's any more of the young players that we can pick up from around the world as well. Players like Vinicius could be an interesting addition, but he's going to be playing the same position as Anthony Martial. Right back, and it's mainly left back really, because I don't think Luke Shaw's got that fantastic of a potential. So if there is a really good left back, I might consider looking at that. But apart from that, I think we've got a pretty damn good team, to be honest with you. Obviously, we'll have to look at the future as well, because David De Gea is now 30. Or he's 29, 30 years old, so he's got a fair few seasons ahead of him. I do intend to take this as far as it will let me go, which I believe is a maximum of 15 seasons, so as long as we don't get sacked. So we will have to start replacing some players as we go through with younger players, so we're going to have to work with the academy quite a bit as well. Anyway, I think with everything we've won, that definitely deserves a like if you ask me. And of course, if you are new around here and you've not already, then please do subscribe as well. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next episode of the Man United Career Mode and the beginning of season number 2. Bye.